Good evening, everyone. Is it working? Did you hear? Hello, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. Take your seats. I'm going to call the meeting to order at 5:31. Going here. We have a few board members who are running a little late, but we'll go ahead and start with the four we currently have. So, may I have a call to order? Student trustee, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. President Joey Acuña Jr.,
Here.
Vice President Jocelyn Vargas.
Here.
Clerk Silvia Paz. Trinidad Arredondo.
Present.
Adonis Galarza Toledo. Valerie Garcia. Jesus Gonzalez.
Here.
Student Trustee Lynette Bautista.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a couple of quick presentations. Director Montaño, if you want to go ahead and introduce our guests tonight.
Good evening, board members, cabinet, and audience members. For tonight's Spotlight on Schools, it is my honor to present Mr. Alvarez and a group of his students from Peter Pendleton Elementary. Let's give them a round of applause to welcome them.
Good evening, President Acuña, trustees, cabinet, and distinguished guest. Honored to be here to present to you, and thank you for the opportunity to highlight a few things from our school side. We're going to turn over the presentation to our students so they can talk a little bit about what's going on at Peter Pendleton. So we'll go ahead and hand it over.
Right here.
Hello, my name is Nidia Castro, and I'm in 5th grade, and I'm from Peter Pendleton Elementary School. Our amazing ACES program offers flags, cheer, drumline, sports, and ACES also offers a safe and healthy environment for our kids during after school. Another great thing that only Peter Pendleton does is the Nutcracker. It has been a tradition for 40 years. I have been in it myself, so I can say that it is very fun. I love that I can perform with my friends and perform and entertain the community. I learned performing requires dedication of time and effort along with striving to be the best that I can be. Another spectacular thing that we do here at Peter Pendleton are educational trips. The trips help us by motivating our kids to push and learn about new things. For example, we went to Palm Springs Air Museum, California Science Center, and the Joshua Tree National Park. The last one is Garner Holt Productions. We don't have any pictures because it is a top secret organization that makes new animatronics. Sometimes outside organizations come to us. So we have on-campus educational experiences like Joshua Tree National Park Ranger Visit, where we got to see the things that they have at the Joshua Tree National Park, and the animal sanitariation visit that showed us how we can help the animals, and the mosquito vector control visit to show us how we can get rid of mosquitoes and how we can keep safe.
Hello, my name is Isabella Rodriguez. I'm in Peter Pendleton and I'm in the 5th grade. Another fun Another fun thing we offer here at Peter Pendleton is a spelling bee. It challenges students to study their words and commit to it. As you can see, the picture up here shows our spelling bee champs. First, we have a classroom spelling bee. Those top 2 spellers go to our school spelling bee. And then after our school spelling bee, our top student goes to the district office spelling bee. As you can see in the photo, our runner-up was Logan Gonzalez, and our first place winner for the spelling bee was Mateo de Leon. Another great thing Peter Pendleton has is the Read With Me program. Volunteers dedicate their time to read with students. It also helps improve their literacy skills. This encourages students to have a love and passion for reading. They also make the school a brighter place. For example, we have a mural you see on the screen. It was sponsored by Read With Me. Peter Pendleton also has a reading intervention program. This program helps kids who are reading below grade level to get them at grade level or above. This is great for the initiatives of getting kids to read by 3rd grade. The teachers also make it really fun. Teachers also work in a small group setting. Their focus is on the reading foundation skills. Another thing that Peter Pendleton has is the AR program. This motivates the students to read and accomplish their reading goals. When we accomplish our goals, we have a party. It's so fun. We have bounce houses, slushies, dance parties, free time, and nachos. And AR also stands for Accelerated Reader.
Hello, fellow board members. My name is Mateo de Leon. I'm in the 5th grade, and I'm here to present about Peter Pendleton. To start, another fabulous program at Peter Pendleton is the Math Intervention Tutoring Support. It provides support to students who want to improve their math abilities. Another reason we stand out is at Peter Pendleton, we have a program called Algebra Club. 4th through 6th grade take a 4-minute quiz to help their math skills sharp. When students have mastered the multiplication facts 0 to 12, they graduate to Algebra Club. There, they are challenged to complete the 100 levels. Another reason we stand out is because we do Math Field Day. Math Field Day is where all our best math scholars compete against schools from Desert Sands and Palm Springs Unified and private schools. Last year, we placed 3rd place, but this year, we plan to do better. It is placed at the end of April.
If you want to include an example of one of the problems, this is Math 24. You use for the operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, using each digit one time to come up with 24. So just think about those numbers you see on your screen. And if you can make up the number 24 using those digits one time only, you're pretty awesome. So think about it. Give you about a few seconds to just mold what they had to do in a few seconds in a competition. But if not, we'll ask him to solve it for us since he's representing our school this year in Math 24.
The way to solve it is 11 plus 13 is 24. So 6 plus 5 is 11, 9 plus 4 is 13, 11 plus 13 is 24. Another thing our school has to offer is chess club. Chess Club is really fun and also has lots of benefits, including it boosts creativity, exercises the brain, teaches patience, deepens focus, increases intelligence, improves memory, and the most important, it protects against dementia. Thank you.
One of our students wasn't able to be here this afternoon, so I'm going to take her slides. We do science enrichments for second and third grade. We take out select students and we encourage them to do projects aligned with planet cells, for example, rock and minerals, earth dynamics. And one of the great things is they present to other classrooms what they've learned, and it's a lot of hands-on experiences. So students really enjoy that opportunity. KidWin is another program that we started last year at Peter Pendleton. We had an opportunity to encourage students to participate, and those who did went to regional competition. We were blessed enough to have two of our students represent us at the national level. 4th place at the national level is something to be proud of, and we're glad that we represented the city of Coachella and Coachella Valley Unified School District at this competition. We also have UCI math implementation. This is where our teachers work together to better their skills at improving our student outcomes. So we're blessed to have that opportunity to get everyone aligned to the Common Core standards and ensuring that we're heading in the right direction. Another example of something we do is, I don't want to take her slide. This is your slide, Mia? Go for it.
My name is Julieta Soto, and I am a 5th grader at Peter Pendleton Elementary School. CCLA, our COE works with our teachers. They co-plan and co-teach lessons. Teachers reflect and look at student data. English language arts has increased 26 points. If you think that is big enough, wait till you see mathematics. Mathematics has increased 39.7 points. How cool is that? English learner progress has 60% of our students are making progress. 60% are our English learners made progress, which is very cool. We are continuing to do better.
We want to thank our students for coming up here. It takes a lot of courage. They're very nervous standing on the side as they anticipated their start. But thank you to you for the opportunity. And if there's any questions, the students and I will gladly take the questions at this time.
Board members, any questions?
Do I recognize the spelling bee champion this year? Is that him?
Yes.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah, good eye, sir. Well,
Board members,
if
anything? No? No? Okay.
No.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the presentation.
no further questions, thank you so much. And I want to thank our teachers who came out to be with us this evening. Thank you, everyone.
Before we go on to the next one, I would want to ask, like, if all the parents and the kids that are here, if they can wait till after this one, because I wanted to make a quick announcement that I was going to do later on, but since you're all here, I want you guys to hear it. So if you guys want to hang out just for a little bit, I would appreciate it, okay? Thank you. Mr. Williams? Dr. Williams? Sorry.
All right, next up we have from Toro Canyon, the Pumas. We have Dr. Thomas Tucker, principal, and we have Emily Cox and their students. So give them a big round of applause. Dr. Tucker.
Guys want to come up? I'm going to bring up my 3 amazing students. We have the back-to-back spelling bee champ and Alexa. We have Fanny, our amazing artist, and then we have Leonardo. I consider him our math whiz, and you'll learn a little bit about those students. And so I just want to say a big shout out to them for showing up and their families for showing up and welcoming me to the community. That's my inspiration, that's my guiding light, that's my push, and because of them, is why we do the hard work that we do every single day. So they're definitely my motivators, and then they'll give you a little bit of insight of what happens at Toro Canyon, okay? I'm gonna come up, Alexa.
These are some of the activities that take up in our school. We have the egg drop, the what's it called? We have the spelling bee, the math whiz, and I personally, I won the spelling bee, and I really liked it. I feel that I am very comfortable doing the spelling bee. I've done it many years, and um, and there we also have a program which is the first to 50 books. It's like about reading the first to get to read 50 books. It's like they get like a prize, and by this they expand access to literature, impact on writing development, and increase usage of the school library. And I'm gonna pass. I think joining the art competitions was a great experience for me. As you can see, I did Chalino Sanchez for the National Hispanic Heritage Month, which I'm gonna show you right now since I brought it here with me. So here it is, and for you guys to see. Chalino was like, he was a well-known singer in the Hispanic origin. This was not only a challenge for me, but it was a great experience that I have really enjoyed, because back then in my elementary school, I did not get to experience these challenges like I do in this school. And I think it's really great that they made these challenges. And something good about these art competitions is that it gave me a chance to be recognized for my art skills, and I am really proud of that. This one? Okay.
These are some of the events that are upcoming in Toro Canyon Middle School. Some of them, like the Math Whiz, the Family Math Whiz, and the Black History Month, are project and essay project. The Math Whiz can be with a group of 3, and it challenges people to be able to expand their learning, and it also lets people who want to join have fun even if they don't win. And the Black History Month, our project, it also helps people with expanding their learning also, and being able to expand their imagination too. These are some of the rewards that we can get as caught being good. For example, when you behave good or do more than other teachers expect, you get a caught being good card, and you can put it in the raffle box to have a chance of winning a pizza party. These are the weekly drawings that if you win, you get a hat and a bag of Puma of the uh, of the Torrey Canyon Middle School cap and bag. There's also a PBIS. When you behave good, you get points, and when you have enough points, you can buy stuff in the store. As well as the Wellness Center, which helps people who have trouble in school it helps them get motivated and be better at learning.
I want, before he steps away, he's being super, super, super modest. So we had a first to 25 competition where we awarded the first student to read 25 books. And Leonardo was one of the first students to sign up, and he read 25 books when we left in December. And so we upped it because I said that was too easy. So now we're doing the first to 50 challenge, and he hasn't submitted yet, but he's a rock star mathematician as well. And so he was our math whiz champion as well. So he's being super, super modest, but he's super, super engaged, and he's always willing to participate, even if he doesn't come in first place. So I want to give him a special shout out because he's one of the rock star students. And I don't know where math will take him, but it might take him somewhere for sure. And I'll present on the last two slides. So this was an initiative that we had at our school site. We had a toy drive, and it was just really, really, really successful. And what we were able to do is provide for approximately 10 families on our campus. And so it really, the origin was a school like ours, you know, and people gave. And we really kept it internal, but we really were to support the community. And that was just really, really, really impactful. And we had so many families reach out that day saying, can we come? And we're like, no, we kind of capped it at 10. But we saw the need. And it just shows the heart of the school site and what the students were able to do along with our faculty. So that was like an amazing first toy drive for us that impacted the community. Next, this is just the community involvement. People told me initially when I came to Toro Canyon, the parents aren't going to come to nighttime events. And I'm like, that's not true. Every time we had nighttime events, the parents showed up in ways that really didn't shock me because I know they care deeply about their children. And so we continue to do those things. We continue to have night events. And we had a recent event with our band program, and it was jam-packed. It was no room to even take a seat. And so the power of family and community is extremely big at our school site, and we're going to continue to do those things. And families, we really want you guys to join the Math Whiz Competition Family Edition. I'm still thinking about the math problem that the elementary student was doing in my head, like I didn't get it, but we are doing something for families to really engage them to bring that academic core back to our school site. So we're just excited about the work that we're doing at our school site, and we'll continue to be driven by the three great people that stand behind me. And also my assistant principal is here as well. So we're super excited to do the hard work, but thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board?
I just wanted to say thank you for having and noting the nighttime events. I think it's a great thing to do, and meet parents where they're at and where they really need us. And so it's good to see the picture of the great turnout. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you. We have no public closed session comments. Cool. Real quick, I'm going to move a little bit on the agenda. I was going to do this during our board member reports, but since you're all here, I just wanted to mention this. Our district has had a really good relationship with the LA Galaxy over the years, thanks in part to some family members that came through our district who are now working for the LA Galaxy. And this past week, myself and board member Galarza were able to attend a migrant program. The Galaxy came to speak to our kids and talk to them. And this time they didn't only bring a player, but they brought all the management people, all the communications people to show them that there's more opportunities than simply the soccer, right? There's a lot to do it. And so I wanted to tell you that at that migrant meeting, and I believe, where's our migrant director back there? Wave. Great job. Big hand for them. They presented our migrant program with a $5,000 check on behalf of the LA Galaxy, so we wanted to thank them for that. Also, they have donated over 1,300 tickets for our students to go to the local games that are out here at the Polo Club, so they've always been a great partner. But this time, they actually brought us something I wanted to show you guys. I thought it was pretty cool. I was going to keep it for myself, being I was the president. Unfortunately, it didn't fit, so you guys got lucky. But one of the players that was out here, Diego, he actually gave us a signed shirt for the district.
Oh, wow, nice.
It's a CVUSD 24 for this year. So I wanted to acknowledge them, and especially the parents, to understand that our district, our migrant programs, all our programs really go out and partner with the communities. And we want to let you know that the community responds. And in this case, it was the LA Galaxy. So, I'm not a Big soccer fan, just so y'all know, more football, but it's important for us to support those people who support us. So I just wanted to make that to all the students and the parents, for everybody to know that we do have some really good partners, and they are giving back to the community, not only just showing up, but coming and talking to our kids about the importance of hard work, doing the right thing, education, and all of that. So I just wanted to say that. I'm going to do a shorter version later on, but since you were all here, I just wanted you guys to know that. So let's give a round of applause to the Migrant Program and the LA Galaxy. Okay, seeing nothing else, can I get them?
Skip 3.1.
What did I miss?
Marie, CTE recognition.
Oh, was there another one?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Ms. Director Parati, I apologize. I kind of got in between you. I didn't see that. Recognizing the CTE month and programs.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so good evening, Board of Trustees, Executive Cabinet, and our community here tonight and watching. February is CTE month, and tonight we will celebrate our award-winning programs, teachers, staff, and students. Not everybody is here tonight, but if we brought everyone, we'd be here all night anyway. So before we get started, I do need to acknowledge that our CTE teachers and administrators and support staff are the reason our programs are so amazing. They work tirelessly. They're not just classroom teachers. They are our boots on the ground, and they are really, truly the reason for our program success. They are tenacious in ensuring every student is provided a full college and career experience, including dual enrollment, internships, certifications, participation in student organizations such as HOSA, FFA, Skills USA, Kidwind, and so much more. A little bit about our program data. Our 2023 graduate data confirmed CTE program completers had a college-going rate of 70%. Of those students that went to college that were CTE completers, 40% enrolled in a four-year university, 2-year enrolled in a community college. CTE completers collectively across our district had a 48% A through G rate, which, as you know, is higher than the general rate that our district posts on their data. And overall, their collective GPA was 3.02. We continue to set goals and raise our data points each year, but I really wanted to highlight some of the program data for the board tonight. So without further ado, I'd first like to call up Ms. Avon Magana and Karen Perez for acknowledgement. These are two CTE administrators that we added to both Coachella Valley High School and Desert Mirage. Both of them run multiple CTE programs, grant reporting, you name it, they do it, making sure all the magic happens. They also are in charge of the Career Centers, Avid, and Puente, and I really just wanted to publicly acknowledge their work tonight for the board. Thank you. Okay, now I'd like to call up all my teachers and students. Come on up.
I will actually be.
Okay, oh, there's that bell.
I'm gonna be stepping down so I can join my academy.
Yes, please, thank you. Okay, so what I'd first like to do is call up Mr. Simon Moore, Monica Perez, Edna Mendoza, Joshua Nedgen, and I think I got all of the golden bellers here tonight. Okay, so come on up, teachers first, come on up. As you know, we won the Golden Bell this year. Bring that bell. Okay, but what I really want you to know about these teachers, what really is the magic, Mr. Simon Moore, I call him a triple threat because he has an English credential, a health CTE credential, and he's also adjunct for College of the Desert. So he brings all that magic to our programs. Miss Monica Perez is also a triple threat because she possesses an English credential, a CTE credential, and she's also adjunct for College of the Desert and supports dual enrollment. Miss Edna Mendoza is what I call a double agent because she has a science credential and got her CTE credential. She's partnering right now with College of the Desert. We are going to get her adjunct at College of the Desert. She's just going to get her feet beneath her this year. And she has her first dual enrollment class with Criminal Justice 001. And then Mr. Nebjen, he is new to our Academy model. He's a math teacher. And he joined the Public Safety Academy just within the last few years, and he brings his magic. So the magic with CTE happens when we have what we call these cohorts. So all the students travel to their classes together. They take math together, they take CTE together, they take English together. And when you do that, all of the teachers really get to build strong relationships with the students starting in 10th grade. So that is the magic of the CTE Academies of Coachella Valley, and they won the Golden Bell, okay? So what I'm going to do, because I will mess this up, I'm going to hand the mic off to each teacher and they will introduce the students and the awards that they won really quickly. And then what I told all of the students is I have a lot of certificates to make. It's not just the students who are here tonight. There's a ton of students that are winning. I'm going to let the teachers tell you about that. And then we're going to make certificates and get them signed by the board and get them out to all of you. Okay. So Simon, you want me to start with? Okay. I'm going to start with Miss Monica.
Thank you for having us, distinguished board. I just represent Skills USA. That is our career technical student organization. I also represent the Digital Design and Production Academy. I'm very honored to showcase some of our students, but let me give you some data first. We have been in Skills USA. We started Skills USA chapter in 2016, and every single year we've made it to state. This year, we have 21 students that have medaled and that they are moving forward to the state competition in Ontario. And I have a couple of them that I am very happy to present to you. I have my two double threats over here. CPS, they've competed 2 years in a row. They've got gold 2 years in a row. We have Christian Fausto, Juliana Nunez. I have one of my audio radio production whizzes over here. I have Anthony Torres. And my little shy one back over here, my little senior, Fernanda, who did CPS AME cluster. She did a community service project where she worked with a corporation to create and reinvent their branding for a video for their summer program. And she also is moving on to state. I present you the key.
Okay, Ms. Mendoza, would you like to introduce your students?
Thank you, Marie. Public Service Academy, in behalf of our staff, I'm very proud to introduce to you and recognize our students who won awards with Skills USA Criminal Justice Program. So I have Cruz Carrizales, Bronze Award. I have Angel Gomez, Silver Medal Award. We have also criminal or crime scene investigation, I should say, qualifying for state competition on April. I have Jasmine Nunez. I have Angel Soto and Lynette Bautista. Thank you very much.
Hey, Mr. Moore, would you like to please introduce your students?
Sure.
And tell them a little bit about the blood.
Yes, thank you very much, Marie. Also, first of all, I want to say all the stuff you guys are hearing from CTE, after I've heard what's happening at Peter Pendleton and with the Pumas, Toro Canyon, I mean, it's just you guys make it easy. And seriously, it's just amazing to hear that. I've never heard that because we're always on our high school level. So again, I'm Simon Moore. I'm the coordinator for the Health Academy, and I just want to introduce our students. They're all dressed differently because we have our HOSA, and then we have our Health Academy, and of course we had our. You guys come a little bit closer. It's okay. We have a Health Academy, and today we had our blood drive. In a couple of weeks, we're having a CPR class. So everything that we do it for the community so that we're contributing. Not only are they contributing for the students at the school, but it's for the community. And then on March 7th, we have a fentanyl town hall that in coordination, we've invited all the health academies, and our students are going to be working with mentors from UCR School of Medicine and a whole bunch of other cool things. And we'll be getting those invitations out. I think Andrea is going to be sending those out as well. And without further, these students they represented this past year, 2023, for SLC, State Leadership Conference. Healthcare is very competitive, and these guys compete against these affluent schools in these areas that are just off the charts, very competitive, and we have students that bronze, silver, and gold. And I'm going to introduce, we have our community awareness team of Julissa, and come on over, Julissa, Victoria Mendoza, and we have Vanessa, Jaylene, and Allison. And this is our first place team for community awareness. High level competition, a lot of stuff happening there. Actually, it's MRC. This year they're in community awareness. They already advanced regional, and they compete in state in April during our spring break, by the way. I'm not too happy about that, but we'll talk about that later. And our other MRC, Medical Reserve Corps, these guys work with the County of Riverside, both teams did, and this team was our bronze team, right? It's been a year. So we have Guillermo, Josue, Osmar, and Adrian. And the rest of our students graduated or couldn't make it tonight, but we're so glad that again, we really appreciate how the love that you show all of our programs to allow them to compete and make such a big difference in the community. Marie, over to you. Thank you.
Okay. And then the last award or recognition that I'd really like to highlight tonight, I'd like to bring up Mr. David Budai. Come on up. And I'm going to hand him the mic in a minute, but I have a lot to say about Mr. Budai. Okay, so I'll make it brief. When I got to the district, he was already coordinating KidWind. He was coordinating the science fair. He was just doing a million things in our district. And we actually sat together. Like my first office, we were like office mates. And I got to know a lot about David. His love of science is, I can't even tell you how much it inspires our students. He is being honored on February 28th for the Future is Ours Awards, and I know that I have already sent out some invitations because he is known valley-wide. Not only does he do this work for CVUSD, and we are so lucky to have him, but he also does it regionally, and he assists. He coordinates summer programs, KidWin programs, science, you name it, he does it. He also got that big grant for the middle school field study for environmental resources that we're launching, so I couldn't be more proud to have Mr. David Budai on our team. But because we're going to talk about KidWind, and I know Peter Pendleton talked about this, look who we have here. Last year is when we really started to blow up KidWind in our district and bring it down to the elementary level. And look what happened. We had our first team. You guys are in 4th grade this year, right? But last year you were in 3rd grade, right? And I'm going to have Mr. Budai introduce you because you guys did amazing.
So to represent KidWin, we have the National Elementary Division winners from 2023, the Spirit of KidWin. And we saw a bit of the elementary site where they came from, Peter Pendleton. Of course they came from there. They had a phenomenal coach. Just trusted the process, getting materials to the students, having the students build the miniature turbines. So about 15 years ago, they brought a competition from the collegiate level of building a prototype of a 3-foot wind turbine to the high school level. And we thought, no, they can't do it in high school, that's too hard. Then we started doing it in middle school. Then we started having elementary students. And then a couple of years ago, they opened up an elementary division. And you can see how successful our students are. They went to the University of Colorado to win that title of national champions. This year, there's not going to be a national champion. It's going to be a world champion. We have Taiwan, some European schools. We have Mexico and some schools in the Caribbean competing at this year's World Challenge in Minneapolis. So I'm not going to, it's a lot better when the students talk. So I have Mateus and I have Omar, and I'm going to let them talk briefly about their project.
Our project had Legos for the base. We also spray painted our tower. I don't know. So we built a turbine and then we tested out on a wind turbine tester, wind tunnel, and tested. We saw that it didn't go really fast, so we tried different stuff and it went really fast. So we went to a showcase and then we saw 4 people that had 4 gears in their turbine. And after the showcase, we went back to our project and we told our coach that we saw 4 people that had 4 gears and we tested out and it went faster. So that's how it went faster and faster.
You want to say something else? So this year at our regional competition, we're going to have Barstow, Blythe, and all of them competing. So they're gearing up. The showcase we had was at Palmview Elementary. We had it again this last year and stuff. Students did a phenomenal job where they could get ideas and then they could go to the regional competition and compete for those invites for the World Championships. Thank you for your time. Thank you for supporting us.
Okay. Okay. And I didn't leave anyone out that's here tonight, correct? Okay. I just want to thank this board for giving us the opportunity to provide all of these opportunities to our students. Thank you very much.
I said everybody, bring them all back where everybody gets to take a picture.
Where are you going?
Got to show off a little bit.
Go ahead and walk right in the very front. Up here.
Just have to have a better place to hang that.
Oh yeah, I kept mine. Now I feel bad.
I know. Well, I would have too, but it didn't fit. It's like they brought me a large. I'm like, what's up, dude? Yeah, that's what we're saying. You got to put it somewhere where they can see it. Pretty cool. Yeah, I was tempted, man, so I saw the size and I'm like, not even close, man. I can't even dream about that being a large anymore.
And then
man.
it's crazy to think that she just had the baby and she's out already.
How's your sleeping going over there, Donis? He says it's good. He's got the mother-in-law there helping out. So he's nice. Exactly. All right. Okay. Seeing no other action for us, can I get it? Did we get anything for? Is that for closed session? No. Okay. Motion to go into closed session.
Motion, second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Oops, sorry. Trustee Batista?
In favor.
Thank you. We'll be going into closed session. We'll be back. I'm not sure what time we're coming back. 7:15. They're not paying attention. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? Hey, wait, you come to he's at a restaurant, right? No, that's at home. He needs that. I get you going. Oh, you did the same thing. Oh, I told Sandra, let's make sushi. It's just like poke. It's easier. Okay, we go. Let's go. That's awesome. You want to wait or want to start going? Let's go. Huh? Okay. We call this meeting back into order at 7:24. We had a motion and a second to return to open session. Motion carried 6-0. Can we have the announcement of action taken in closed session, please?
Yes. The board took action during closed session to appoint Carlos Murta as Director of Nutrition Services effective February 16th, 2024. Is that the correct date? No. Okay. Correction on the date, it's July 1st, 2024. Yes. The motion was made by Trustee Gonzalez, seconded by Trustee Arredondo, and the motion carried 6-0.
So, thank you. Nothing further. Can I have a motion of approval of the agenda submitted?
One motion?
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Trustee Batista?
In favor.
Motion carries 5-0. All right, next, public comments, board notifications, requests to address the board. I do have a couple of them here. Introductory comments and requests to address the board on items on the adopted agenda and items not on the adopted agenda will be considered from the audience at this time. Please complete a request to address the governing board form and hand it in to the recording secretary. The online form submitted electronically will be read. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes per person with the maximum of 20 minutes to each subject matter. Additionally, the person making the request should state his or her name and the name of the organization or group represented. Please be advised that the board is not always at liberty to answer questions right away. State law prohibits the board from taking any action on items not listed on the agenda. All right. Do we have any written comments? Mari?
Have them right there. You have some of them.
How many do you have?
I have one and you.
I have 3. Go ahead and read yours and then I'll
Okay.
get to this.
Subject, public comment on the commitment to restorative justice training and ongoing support. Dear members of the Coachella Valley Unified School District Board, my name is Olivia Rodriguez Mendez, Program Manager at Youth Leadership Institute's Coachella Office and Partners of Alianza's Community Justice Campaign. I would like to address the crucial matter of the revision of contracts under the Learning Communities for School Success Program with a specific focus on the commitment to restorative justice training. In recognizing the challenges faced and the adjustments made to address the gaps in restorative justice training, it is vital to underscore Coachella Valley Unified School District's steadfast commitment to the continued advancement of restorative justice practices within the district. This commitment is a cornerstone in fostering a positive, inclusive, and transformative educational environment. As part of Alianza's Community Justice Campaign, I want to express our collective commitment to supporting ongoing restorative justice training and practices at CVUSD. Our campaign consists of several local community-based organizations where we engage educators, parents, and youth. This extensive network positions us to offer support in the development and implementation of restorative justice practices within the district. We believe that by working collaboratively, we can navigate challenges and contribute to the successful and sustainable integration of restorative justice within CVUSD. Our organization is dedicated to fostering a sense of community, understanding, and accountability. Thank you for your time and consideration. We look forward to continued collaboration for the benefit of our students and the entire CVUSD community. Sincerely, Olivia Rodriguez Mendez.
Okay,
That
thank
was
you.
all.
All right, next up, Sandra Ramirez. It's on. It's coming.
Buenas noches, miembros de la mesa directiva. Me da gusto verlos a todos y espero que todos estén con toda la energía y el ánimo para seguir trabajando por nuestros estudiantes como lo han venido haciendo hasta ahora. Quiero darle gracias a la doctora Esparza. Hace 2 semanas le pedí algo y ella rápidamente me contestó, entonces eso da a entender su compromiso con nosotros los padres y la comunidad y nuestros estudiantes. Gracias. A la luz de los desafíos enfrentados y los cambios realizados para hacer frente a las lagunas en la formación de la justicia restaurativa, es imperativo y hacer énfasis y resaltar que CVUSD se comprometió con nosotros o la comunidad y lo que nosotros hemos venido planteando sobre implementar las prácticas de la justicia restaurativa en las escuelas a nivel distrito. Este compromiso es necesario para establecer un clima escolar en las escuelas que sea positivo, inclusivo y transformador, y que sea compatible con todas nuestras comunidades. Quiero agradecer al equipo de servicios de apoyo del apoyo al estudiante por idear un plan diferente para implementar la justicia restaurativa. Me gustaría reiterar nuestro apoyo y dedicación que hemos venido ofreciendo a este distrito como campaña de justicia comunitaria. Queremos brindarles el apoyo para que se pueda implementar o que se siga implementando en el futuro la justicia restaurativa. Confiamos que sus decisiones van a ser asertivas, pero aún así queremos dejarles saber que estamos aquí para apoyarlos y no solamente brindarles nuestro apoyo, sino también nuestro trabajo y nuestra experiencia. Nosotros como equipo de campaña de justicia ambiental, de justicia comunitaria, hemos tenido la oportunidad de recibir entrenamientos, tenemos un equipo donde tenemos la experiencia y queremos ofrecerles abiertamente, como les dije anteriormente, como hemos venido haciendo estos años, para que al final de cuentas los beneficios y los resultados, los únicos que van a ganar más van a ser nuestros estudiantes, porque ellos son los que necesitan que nosotros ayudemos a reparar, resanar y ¿por qué no? Construir ese futuro que ellos necesitan exitoso, que tengan una salud emocionalmente sana, que se sientan incluidos y que sean personas que puedan funcionar en la sociedad. No queremos que vayan a la cárcel, no queremos que caigan en las calles y yo creo que ustedes con el esfuerzo y el trabajo que han venido haciendo estos años, todos tenemos la misma idea y queremos llegar a un bien común, que eso sea para nuestros estudiantes. Gracias.
Thank you. Brandon Ulloa.
Hello, everyone. Just a quick note, I will be reading 2 of them. So just to start off, hello, members of the board. My name is Brandon Ulloa, and I am the project manager at Alianza's Community Justice Campaign, a collaboration between lots of local organizations. So I want to talk about the vital issue of the revised contract of the Learning Communities for School Success Program, emphasizing the restorative justice trainings. It is critical to emphasize that CVUSD's unwavering commitment to the ongoing growth of restorative justice practices throughout the district in light of the difficulties encountered and the modifications to address the gaps in restorative justice trainings. This dedication is creating a constructive, welcoming, and transforming classroom environment that can be allied to our surrounding communities. I would like to uplift the student support services teams for finding an alternative route to move forward with the restorative justice training program. I would also like to echo our further commitment to supporting CVUSD's continued restorative justice implementation in our schools and make ourselves available to collaborate on bringing together a successful plan where students and our community can come together and prosper. And then this is from Lex Ortega. They are one of our partners at the Center, LGBTQ+ Community Center of the Desert. Thank you, district administrators and leaders, for recognizing the value of continuing on the restorative justice training and continuing your commitment to our student and educators now with the National Compadre Network. We look forward to more educators receiving this value training to continue to improve our school climate and culture. As part of the community justice campaign, we continue to be invested with the implementation of restorative justice practices and what they look like after educators have been trained. Similar to trainings teachers in support of LGBTQ+ students need, we know that training the educators is the first step. The next step is what students' experience actually look like, what the levels of accountability are built in district policies and processes, and how community members are included and invited from the beginning. We are excited to see how this new training energy steeps into the district's implementation, and we are eager to continue to work with student support services to both inform the processes and also help inform the community and the members of the district's plan. Thank you.
Thank you. And I assume this other one from Olivia Rodriguez was the letter that she already read. Okay. All right, that's it. That's it for us. For that, moving on, can we get the student trustee report? Trustee Batista?
Yes, is this on? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start with DM. Barbara would like for me to say the following things. Counselors have started a new system of assisting students to register for the next years. So instead of it taking 2 months to register them, it'll only take them a month. They've already finished with their freshmen and they're currently working on their 10th and 11th graders. So one thing that was really, she wanted to be brought up was it's not gonna take that long of an amount to get them registered anymore. So it'll be a lot quicker. Their health relationships, performance in partnership with Partners Against Violence, and that's a very good subject to get taught about. Green Academy, they had an amazing day today, and the Living Desert worked with CVUSD Mate and the Green Academy to plant 82 pollinator plants at Desert March High School. Cosmetology students will style the students with hair and makeup for the prom fashion show. With West Shores, on February 22nd, there will be a cap and gown sale with only payment method being cash. On February 28th, seniors will be having their portraits in the gym. They want a special congratulations to the boys soccer team for ending the league with a record of 5-4-1. Sorry, I'm not that good with soccer, but I'm sure that's something good. Another congratulations to the girls soccer team for ending the league with a record of 5-5. This has been a very successful soccer season for both boys and girls. We have high hopes for more students to become amazing school athletes who can achieve many amazing things. Thank you, Wildcats, for being amazing. So for my school, Coachella Valley High School, I'd like to focus more on a topic our student ambassadors, it's just also CTE had. And our past meeting, we were able to sit down with security and talk about some of the issues we've seen. And some of the issues were that we would see security grouped up around school, or we'd see them on their phone, and we wouldn't see them where we thought they needed to be. So we brought that up to Ms. Perez, and she was able to bring in the head of security, Jesse, and he sat down with us and he put our comments to ease. He explained why we see them in groups, and it was a way of us like asking the questions that we always wonder, but we never ask. We might ask one another students, but we'll never ask a teacher or something. And maybe if we do, we don't really know the correct answer. So we asked security why we seen them grouped up and why we seen them, our comments and what we thought what it was, and why they weren't as tight as the way we seen them when Raul Ruiz came to our school, because we thought that they were super tight and security was doing an excellent job. And they explained to us that they're grouped up because sometimes when they're talking on walkie-talkies, other students can listen to the walkie-talkies, and there's certain information they don't want other students to listen to. So it's better for them to group up and socialize and listen to what one another has to say without having like privacy of students get out there. And another thing was that they only have 6 security guards, but in reality they have 5 on campus because one has to be at the gate, so that takes one away. And there's a lot of grounds on campus that they need to go around. Another thing we had brought up was the Young Women Empowerment Club. It was the menstrual products. Our principal told us that they are already being ordered and there's already a process in line and everything, and that they will be installing them in every girls' restroom and in one of the boys' restrooms. I know this is a big topic with the Women Empowerment Club and something they are really focusing on and taking pride in and trying to get it done. It is it is something they've been asking for quite some time now. We were able to talk about it and hear the inputs of the students, and we have a lot of girls there too, and they were saying how sometimes they go and there's no menstrual products, or they'll have to go to a certain restroom and hope there's menstrual products in that restroom. Another concern was some girls just use menstrual products, but not the correct way, and they just grab them just to grab them because they're there and you can click a button. We're trying to figure out a good solution on how we can use these menstrual products the best way that we can. Another topic was IDs. So CV is trying to make us wear IDs, but put it in a positive perspective. Some students think that wearing IDs is negative and they see it. I've heard many comments, even from our ambassadors or other students, that it's like wearing a dog collar or a tag and they don't want to be felt as animals. So I understand for the safety of some students, and some people feel more safe knowing this person does belong on our campus. So right now we're trying to start a campaign and something to put wearing IDs in a positive perspective. That'll be all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was really good. And I believe at the next board meeting, we will have the Women's Empowerment Group actually do a presentation for us. And so that should be really good. Board Member Galarza, you want to start us
just
off?
as you mentioned earlier, highlight, shout out to our migrant programs team, Dr. Gutierrez, Ms. Lydia Rodriguez, and the family responsible for bringing and exposing our students to these kind of professional careers, right? Yeah, thank you. Good job. Yeah. Short report.
Mr. Redondo, board member.
Good evening. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So it's been a busy last month for me. First of all, I want to say thank you to the students for donating blood. You know, at all our schools, we have blood drives, and thank you for our students and staff who support that. I think it's important as we help save lives, not only here but around the world. I got invited to the basketball game for Coachella Valley High School. They went into CIF, and I just want to say our boys basketball team at Coachella Valley High School did an amazing job. I attended 2 out of the 3 games, and they won the 2. The one I didn't attend, they didn't win, but very, very good basketball team. It was great. It reminded me of the days when we just students just loving playing basketball. So shout out to them. I know we'll have them here as part of our winter sports. Our soccer team at Coachella Valley High School too. The girls and the boys, great job, great season. So all the winter sports at Coachella Valley High School and all the students, thank you. So as my board duties, I attended the DLAC meeting. Thank you to Dr. Gutierrez for that meeting. I learned about all the things that we want to do as a district, but obviously focusing right now on the LCAP that's coming up. And I thank you for sharing the information, the upcoming information with the parents, Dr. Gutierrez. And thank you for inviting me. I've also been attending the parent meetings. So I want to just thank the parent liaisons and the coordinator that coordinates all the parents, Anna. Thank you for the work that you're doing to educate and to help build that support with our parents. I want to see a lot more parents, but it's been a great job. So just wanted to give you a shout out. I also went to visit the counselors at Coachella Valley High School for National Counselors Week, and I just want to thank all the counselors across the district for the work that you do. I know sometimes that we are very critical of our counselors, and I just want to say thank you because I know that work is happening. I also want to say that I met with Ms. Sanchez from Coachella Valley High School, and I'd like for her to give a presentation on all the academic sort of things that they're doing at Coachella Valley High School for a future board meeting, because I got to see some data that shows that Coachella Valley High School is sort of taking these positive steps to improve student achievement, and that's beautiful, because I always say that we need to make sure that all our students are successful and that all our students have the supports that they need in order to improve their academic achievement. So I just want to say thank you to our staff. Finally, thank you to everybody who's here as we continue to do the good work and continue to work together past the times ahead, but that we continue that we have student focus, right? Academic focus. And lastly, I want to thank all the students today. I want to thank the CTE program for the work that they're doing. And the KidWin program, Mr. Badai was at CDA when I was a 7th grader. So I've known him for the past 28 years. And I just want to say thank you to Mr. Badai. The last thing that I'm going to say is that I was at La Familia High School for their training with the National Compadres Network and the training here. I want to thank you for the work that they're doing. And I just want to say that, I was on campus when there was weapons found in the vehicle. And so with that, this is the second incident in the last 3 weeks, and Mr. Acuna, I'm going to ask that this board consider bringing law enforcement officers back on campus as we, continue to improve the safety of our campuses. I was walking in as things were happening, and for me and for our students, I just feel that the conversation needs to be had, and this board needs to at least consider it. So with that, I'd like to end my comments and say thank you.
Okay, thank you. Board Member Paz.
Welcome, everyone. My comments are brief, just appreciation for everything that we saw today with CTE. It's very inspiring, and I know that that's only like a small segment that we get to see here during the meeting, but things like that are happening across our district and many other things, and including at all the sports activities at the middle school and below, which I think are all run by ACES, right? And I mean, it's just amazing to see the students getting the opportunity to participate in sports at a young age and starting to think about joining sports even when they get in high school. So I just want to thank the ACES program too for doing all of that. And yeah, just really inspiring. So welcome, everyone.
Yeah, I didn't have a report, but on just kind of echoing what you said, Ms. Paz, I don't like saying I went here and I went over there, but I was with Dr. Esparza and B. Gonzalez over this past weekend out at Desert Mirage, and it was amazing to see the energy on campus, the partnerships that we celebrate with a lot of the nonprofits. It was really cool that when all the kids were there, that the kids were playing basketball, and as it culminated on the other side, the nonprofits and the groups in our community were were actually offering food, so the kids had a place to eat, and they were going back and forth, and there was a lot of energy. And obviously, what we've seen today, the success that Mr. Badai's had has been a big part of my kids' lives. I just had a conversation with him in the hall leaving, and yeah, it's exciting to see people like that make a difference, and they truly make a difference. But and I was at the soccer game when we lost out in the LA area. But look, I just think I think these types of experiences teach us and show us what's possible, and I think we get to continue to work hard to try to create new possibilities for every child that comes to school in this school district. And we're not perfect, but I think as long as we care, to the old saying that nobody cares how much they know you know unless they know you care. And as long as we continue to care, we're going to continue to work and hopefully continue to improve the lives of every member of this community. But anyway, I didn't have a report, and that was a long one.
Thank you. Vice President.
Yeah, I ran into them at the basketball tournament as well. It was great to see the community at the community resource event that was put together. So, looking forward to see more of those to engage community in, different activities. I know we had our special ed out there outreaching, the surveys were happening. And so it's really great to really kind of tie it in with other efforts around LCAP and things like that. So really appreciate staff putting that together. Join the Head Start committee. Looking forward to be at CAVE. I think it's next week, 2 weeks from now. And then just a request, I am interested to hear maybe a little bit about the work we're doing with foster youth. I was obviously at a COD event, and I didn't really see a lot of our district staff or students there, but just kind of want to know like how we are, as one of the targeted student populations in our LCAP. I'd like to see what we're doing and what are ways to improve services and engage them in our work and our efforts. So yeah, thank you.
All right, well, thank you. I have a few things. First of all, thanks to the students from Pendleton and Toro and the staff that was here. Those are great presentations. I want to give out a big shout out to our CTE program. Now I know, I like to talk up Ms. Parati out there a lot, but she has a good staff. She has some great people that work in that program. And since I've been here, I've seen that program grow and blossom and expand and really do a good job for all our kids. One of the things I'd like to request, and I have mentioned this in the past, we have new programs that we started out there that we need to showcase. The cosmetology program is something that we never actually got to do a ribbon cutting for, so I think that's long overdue. But showcase those programs and the thing that the kids, what a perfect story that the kids are going to be doing the fashion show for the prom, that those kids that are in that program are now going to be doing it. That's a great story. Going to that point. Also, our apprenticeship program that we started, with the Carpenters Union and some of the other groups, all those things that I think our community doesn't realize we're doing. And I know some of us talk it up out there and they're like, really? I didn't know you were doing that. I didn't know you were doing that. And those are the programs that expand we all want our kids to go to college. We all want that, but not all our kids are going to go to college. And these are the programs that will get them good jobs, good careers, business, and the whole thing. And so we really need to showcase and tell the community some of those programs that we're doing. So again, kudos to the CTE program. It's always one of my favorites, but we can do better. We know, and I know they're working hard. I also wanted to mention that I was at the resource fair. I wasn't able to make it to the basketball tournament. I was on my way, but I had to leave. So it was great. Again, you see a lot of the community come out for these things. All our people that were there, all the schools that were providing kind of free drinks or food or stuff, and then the entertainment was great. We had some of the great entertainment there, all homegrown. It's a great thing to do. Our community is great. We don't showcase it enough. And with all due respect, yes, we showcase our staff and our teachers, and that's all great, or even board members, but I don't need to see myself in that thing. I want to see our kids. I want to see our programs. I want to see our parents in a lot of those things that we should be out there pushing. And, I'm not a big social media guy, so I miss a lot of that stuff. But it is important that we do that and get the media, the local media, to come out and do a story every once in a while. So those things for our resource fair, that everybody that participated, thank you for being out there. Again, on a Saturday, we can all be doing other things, but, they were out there on a Saturday. Parents are there, we can be there. So I think that was great that happened. I did mention earlier the CDA. I mentioned it earlier because there was a lot of kids here and stuff with the Galaxy coming out to CDA and talking with our migrant program. Thank you, migrant program. You guys did a great job as well. I did show the shirt, the jersey, for those of you who didn't see it. It says CVUSD 24. I wasn't going to keep it for myself, but it's a large, and that ship has sailed a long time ago, so I couldn't keep it. So we framed it. We want to hold it out here and really thank those, what I really liked about it this year is that they brought a player, obviously, that's really good. Diego was out here, but they also brought the other people, and they brought, a young woman who does their communications, correct? Broadened it out a little bit. One of the gentlemen does the social media things for them. One of them is the athletic trainer. Obviously, the gentleman that always comes, he's the announcer for the, they showed our kids that there's a whole industry there, and reinforced the fact that you have to work hard and that you have to do things, and the parents that were there. So, I mean, those are great. And I know we have kind of an inside with our family, our Rodriguez family that goes there. One of the daughters worked for them that went through our district here, but those are important. Those are important for our kids to see kind of outside our little valley. Sometimes they don't think there's anything out there, and there really is a lot. So I want to thank, obviously the Galaxy for their donation for the jersey, but just for taking the time to come and talk to some of our students. So, and again, many of them are going to be going to their games out here at the Polo Grounds. I also attended more little kind of information, a demographic studies program that we're doing as we're, working on North Shore School. We're going to have to rechange the boundaries. And I know parents hate boundary changes, but it's something that's coming. We should kind of prepare. But it's also an opportunity for us to look at all our boundaries, not just the one in North Shore and Mecca. And, we need to maybe realign and look at it from a facilities kind of review, capacity that we have at our school sites, transportation as well. Is there maybe areas, new projects that are coming in that may save us, or transportation, a better way to do it? So it'll be coming, and I know, again, parents hate boundary changes. I know those, but I think it's an opportunity for us to really look at everything, bigger picture, and kind of maybe reset for some of the unique issues that are confronting us with school facilities and how many, the capacity that we have at each school site. So I think that was great. And then I had one more thing. Oh, finally, a couple of things on this one. I did attend the Mecca Field ribbon cutting and dedication out there. It's a great field. It looks great. Everybody was happy. Everybody was great. It had just rained. It was a little soggy, but the kids didn't care. But it brought up another issue that we have talked about before. The fencing that they put around it was galvanized gray, and it looks like a damn prison. So I will like to request that either to the board or to the facilities committee, that when we do that to schools, and then La Familia also has one that looks the same, they did it and they didn't paint it, that it goes without saying that when we do these fences, that we should paint it the school colors or have it done in that way. I know you're very passionate about it. The last time with CV High School, we went through that whole thing. I just don't want to have this fight every time we put up a fence somewhere. We need to coordinate it with the colors of the school. I mean, if I had my way, I'd put a big old Mecca, mascot thing on all our school sites or what have you. But painting it, I think, is the least we can do. And many parents made the same comment when I was out at Mecca. It looks great. Everything's great. We understand why we need the fence, but it looks really bad. And it looks more like an institution than of holding people than an institution of learning. So I'd like to either put that on the facilities agenda. I'm not sure where the best way to do a policy for that is. But again, I don't want to have this fight every time we put up a fence somewhere or in the new kind of wrought iron that we've been doing and have to say, okay, why didn't we paint it again? And I think that's just something that goes to the culture of our community. And yes, we know we need security, to your point, Board Member Arredondo. but it doesn't have to look like a dang prison, right? We can do better than that. I think we all can do better than that. So that is my only ask for a future board meeting. And with that, superintendent is actually ill today. He sends his apologies. So we'll kind of go into our board meeting from there. Thank you. Anybody had anything else to add, board members?
I will say that, like LAFA and like a lot of our schools, we all provide a very good, like, everything inside our school is very like powerful. Everything we have is very good from our academies, like CTE or anything that we provide for school. But the only downgrade when, especially CV, with the LCAP, that the survey, a lot of it, what the students talked about was, we have a lot of good inside CV, but when people look at CV, that's not the image they paint in their head. When people look at CV, they estimate CV by far. Then you talk about what CV has inside, and it's almost like you might be making that up. Because when you look at CV from the outside, especially when the gates were still gray, it's like we have double gates, and then our school is really old, and it doesn't look the best when you walk around campus. And I mean, all we do is paint it. That's all we've been doing, painting the windows, painting the walls, painting everything. So, I mean, if the way we represent our school and our district is by our schools, they should be looking different than just repainting them. I know this is a big argument or a big topic because I know fixing CV is like, people see CV as like a historical building. And I understand that, but I think CV will always be historical because CV is CV at the end of the day. And just because we fix it up a little so it fits our society today, doesn't mean we're changing the whole algorithm of CV.
Well said. Thank you. I'm going to leave it at that. We can't do any better than that. I'm sorry. Did you have a report on behalf of Dr. Valentino?
I can add. I mean, I think most of us have talked about at Desert Mirage High School, the indigenous plants that they planted with collaboration with Live in Desert. And I want to give kudos to our grounds team who also participated. So they were able to work with the students who saw how they're to plant them and take care of them. The LCAP, just a reminder to the parents that it's at different school sites, at different events. I think we're incorporating it. So the survey's out. And just a congratulations to our Toro Canyon spelling bee winner, Alex Magaña, who was here earlier. Congratulations. And just CV High School DM, they're starting their baseball, starting volleyball. So good luck to those teams. And lastly, thank you to Transportation, the whole department for today, for the event that we had, for their patience and understanding. Thank you for everything that they've done. And I know there was a lot going on, but we appreciate the work that they do. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, moving on. Let's get this show on the road. Let's see, 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
We'll get it done, guys.
8.
Administrative Services, Dr. Luis Valentino, California School Boards Association 2024 Subregion 18A Delegate Assembly Election.
Mr. Cunha, there's only 6,
nominations.
there's only 6 candidates and 6 positions open, so I motion to vote for the 6 candidates on the list, unless there's anybody that wants to write in. No.
Anybody want to volunteer?
I'll second the motion.
Sounds
We
good.
have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Student trustee?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next item, 9.1. Director Gutierrez requesting approval of memorandum of understanding with McCollum Theater Education for the aesthetic education project for multiple Coachella Valley Unified School District elementary schools.
A motion to accept staff's
Second.
recommendation.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Bautista?
In favor.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 9.2, Dr. Williams requesting approval of modification to graduation honors recognition status starting with the class of 2029, the current 7th graders in the elementary schools. Anybody have any questions on this?
Yeah, maybe we can get an understanding of why we're doing it.
So based on the presentation, unless you want to go, based on the presentation we had last time, the request was to add the other ones that the colleges recognize, which are the 3.0 up to the 4.0 and above. And then, but the recommendation, or not the recommendation, but it seemed like the wishes of the board to keep the valedictorian and the salutatorian as part of the process.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions? Do you have a comment on that, or is that? No, I agree. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. All those in favor?
Aye.
Student Batista?
In favor.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 9.3, Dr. Williams requesting approval of memorandum of understanding with Torres Martinez Desert Cahuilla Indian Tribe, and this is for the grant that we have with the Native American grant that we have with the students.
So
My
moved.
motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second.
I have a comment.
Sure.
I would like to see more about, how we are supporting our Native American. I see this grant like almost every year, right? And we approve it, but I don't think we get to hear enough of what is happening, how they're using it. And it'll be just nice to see those parts of our programming as well.
Okay. You can get that, Dr. Esparza, you look at that. Any other questions? All right, motion, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trustee Bautista?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 9.4, requesting approval to issue a request for proposals to Apple device repair services.
Motion.
Have a motion, do I hear a second?
I'll second the motion, and I just have a comment. I just can't believe that we have gone so long doing the same thing, and this is Israel, this is a reminder that we get to be better, how we're shipping devices all the way to Florida when we might have a vendor down the street that can provide the same service. I can't believe that it took us this long to get to what we're doing here today, and I think ultimately your decision to put this out to RFP is going to allow us to be more efficient in every way, in terms of how fast we get the devices back and also what we pay for those services, because these people basically, they ran a business there for a lot of years, and we just continue to do the same thing. And when you look hindsight, it wasn't the right thing to do, and I appreciate the fact that you've taken this on.
Do we have a set budget on what we're thinking, or we are waiting to see what proposals we get?
Currently, the budget is 200,000, and so we're not putting a budget in there. We want the proposals to come back to see what it is that they'll offer us, the different companies, so that they're competitive. Then we will bring it forward to the board.
Anybody else?
No, I think this is a step in the right direction. I know that I know just from parents that I've heard of, it takes them 6 to 8 months to get their iPads back. So it's almost been the whole school year. And so I'm glad that we're going in this route, and I'm glad that hopefully we'll find somebody that's closer and can repair our iPads at a faster rate. Thank you.
All right, seeing nothing else, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trustee Bautista?
In favor.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item 9.5, Director Hernandez, revision of contracts under the Learning Communities for School Success Programs, Cohort 5, transfer services and funds from CCEJ to the National Compadres Network.
So move.
I have a motion, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Any questions on this? Nope. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trustee Bautista?
In favor.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, Director Hernandez, amendment of contract with National Compadres Network approved under the Learning Communities for School Success Program Cohort 5 grant. Basically the companion to the first one.
Yeah, I only have a question about that because I saw they're replacing the Chinatli training with a Girasol training, right? Just out of curiosity, it doesn't change my vote, but is the girasol and the chinatli like very similar, or did it change completely? Just curious.
Julissa Hernandez is not here with us tonight, but we'll be able to provide you that information.
Okay, just curious.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Anybody else?
I just have a comment really quick. I really hope that some of these trainings could take place in the summer if all possible, because I know I was up there today checking, and I want to make sure that we get everybody trained, and if everybody's training can, in the summer seems to be like the best where everybody's available, because sometimes I attend these and there's half the room filled. So I just want to say that much, but I'm in support. So thank you.
I don't know. Some people might not think summer's a good time to do it because they don't want to be here. So we need to really find the best time for our staff and work with them to really figure out those times that are best. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't want to do it during my summer vacation, but that's just me. Okay, nothing else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 9.7. Director Hernandez requesting approval of memorandum of understanding with the LGBTQ Community Center of the Desert, the Center Coachella.
So move.
Second.
Do I have a motion?
Yes.
Motion and a second?
Oh, yeah.
Ms.
Oh, I'm
Paz?
sorry.
Yeah,
didn't
Ms.
hear.
Paz.
A motion and a second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 9.8. Mr. Nichols requesting approval of contract increase with Agua Caliente Casino Spa Resort Spa for the 2024 GradCon event. This came back to us because we had more students participating than we had anticipated, which is a good thing. So it's going to cost us a little more. So that's basically what this is.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 10, 10.1, Director Bacham, adoption of the resolution number 2024-18, approving the annual and 5-year reportable fees report for fiscal year 2022 to 2023. Simply accepting a report that we do.
I'll motion.
Have a motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 11.1, Assistant Sup McLeod, approval of resolution number 2024-19 regarding reduction or discontinuance of particular kinds of services deviating from the seniority order and the establishment of tie-breaking criteria.
Motion.
Second.
A motion or a second. Any questions on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Assistant Superintendent McLeod, approval of retirement incentive for early notification.
So move.
Have a motion?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those, Trustee Batista?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 11.3.
Mr. Cunha, could we take 11.3, 4, and 5 on these new job descriptions all in order? I mean, all at the same time?
No, okay, they're all different.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, I'm respecting any comments and. okay,
Yeah, no,
I
they're
got
all,
it.
they're all
Okay,
different, so
I got it.
I'm gonna do them one by one. 11.3, Assistant Superintendent McLeod, approval of new job description for coordinator of EXLP pro.
Motion?
Do I have a
Second.
motion, do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Excuse me?
Aye.
Motion carries 5,
5.
1, and our student trustee. 11.4, Assistant Sup McLeod, approval of new job descriptions for the instructional literacy coach.
Motion?
I have a motion, to hear a second?
Second.
Any questions?
I have just a request, maybe that we get an overall picture of this, because we have several coaching job descriptions here. I forget how many I counted when I counted the full-time, and what are we looking in terms of the longevity of these positions?
And so we have currently 35 to 36, and there will be 15 literacy coaches at the elementary. Saul Martinez gets 2 because of their size. We will have 14 math coaches, and then we will have MTSS coaches because of the content areas at the high school. We'll have them at secondary, both at middle school and at the high school. And the longevity, they will start with the learning block grant, so that's what's been changed here. And then we will transfer them into the LCAP.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor?
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item 11.5, Assistant Sup McLeod, approval of new job descriptions for the MTSS secondary instructional coach.
Motion?
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Anybody have any questions? I think you kind of covered that one on the last one. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Oh, sorry, Trustee Batista?
In favor?
Motion carries. Next one, the third one of this, 11.6, Assistant Sup McLeod, approval of new job description for instructional math coach.
Move.
I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor?
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have
Consent.
the consent calendar, our favorite.
Mr.
Consent
Mr.
calendar, all
Kuyama.
matters listed under the consent calendar are considered by the board to be routine and will be acted upon in one motion. There will be no discussion of these items prior to the time the board considers the motion unless members of the board or staff request specific items to be discussed and or removed from the consent calendar, in which event the item or items will be considered separately. Superintendent, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Assistant Superintendent of Business and Finance, and Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources recommend the approval of all consent calendar items.
Mr. Cunha, I motion to approve the consent calendar respecting any board member wanting to pull an item.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I second. I just have one comment.
Comment or pull
A
something?
comment. I don't want to pull anything.
Okay.
After the question or?
No, I just have
We'll let him
a,
have, not before the-
yeah, I just want to say that I'm very excited to see that Coachella Valley High School is building a Zen garden. You know, that, hopefully students can access that and it'll help students, kind of go and it's a beautiful thing, a Zen garden there. So that was it. Thank you.
Okay. I do have one comment before we vote as well. Thank you for answering all my questions, not necessarily to what I wanted to hear, but you told me what the truth was. One of the things, and so everybody understands, I do ask a lot of questions about our extra services, our programs and such. And again, we did a whole restructuring of some of our admin positions and adding all these things. And I still constantly see some of these extra services for certain things, not only at the school sites, but lately a lot at the administration building as well. One of my concerns is that I have been asking the question is, what are these actual duties? Because a lot of times it just says to provide duties or services, well, but we don't actually know what services or what duties they're doing. And the second question that I've started asking, is there a criteria for people who do these extra services? Or is it just whoever volunteers? So, if you're volunteering to translate, obviously, as long as you can translate, then you're okay. But we're starting to do extra services to develop instructional coaching or some kind of services in that way. And I'd just like to know that the people that are actually getting the extra services are actually qualified to do that and not simply whoever volunteers. And again, I love people who volunteer, thank you, but I want to make sure that the money that we're using in extra services is actually going to qualified people that are either supporting our students or supporting our staff. So that was kind of you started seeing that new question come from me. So As you're all asking for extra services, please remember to, what are the services that exactly they're providing? And are the people that you're hiring to do these things actually qualified to do those programs? So that's just kind of a general from me. And y'all know that I'm the guy that does the extra services all the time, so thank you.
Mr. Cunha, can I just add
Sure.
on that if somebody has signed up for extra services, that we're making sure we're getting extra services, right? Because sometimes I've seen situations where I don't know how somebody could have that many hours in the day to do all those services, and I just want to make sure that we're actually being delivered a service.
Anybody else? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. After that, we have nothing to go back to closed session for. So may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second?
Second.
I was gonna say, nobody wants to go home. A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Trustee Batista?
In favor.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We are closed at 8:18. Not bad. From 8 o'clock. 18
I need to
minutes.
show you.